wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, von Englein bewacht, die zeigen im Traum dir Christkindleins Baum. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, mit Rosen bedeckt, mit Näglein besteckt, schlupf unter die Deck. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, von Englein bewacht, die zeigen im Traum dir Christkindleins Baum. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, mit Rosen bedeckt, mit Näglein besteckt, schlupf unter die Deck. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, von Englein bewacht, die zeigen im Traum dir Christkindleins Baum. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, mit Rosen bedeckt. bedeckt, mit Näglein besteckt, schlupf unter die Deck. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Morgen früh, wenn Gott will, wirst du wieder geweckt. Guten Abend, gute Nacht, von Englein bewacht, die zeigen im Traum dir Christkindleins Baum. Schlaf nun selig und süß, schau im Traums Paradies. Schlaf nun selig und süß.
And a good evening, everyone, and welcome to another amazing TNT Thursday night trivia stream. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our two contestants from last week. Yes, it's the same people because it was a draw. So in one corner is a host of the Citadel Trivia channel, Mary B. What's going on, Mary? How are you feeling tonight?
Hello. Hi, everybody.
You ready to play?
Sure.
Confident?
Yeah.
All right. And in the other corner from Georgia, none other than the Dornish Wench. What's going on, Wench? How are you
Hey,
feeling
everybody.
tonight?
I'm good. I am not from Georgia though.
Okay.
I just reside here.
Okay.
People who are from Georgia, but I'm not from here.
All right. Are you ready to play? You all set?
I'm as ready as I can be.
All right. Great.
Ready as I can be.
Anyway, so tonight's theme will be the same as last week, which is Trivial Pursuit Jeopardy, meaning that the questions will be related to each of the 6 categories you see in the board game. And as usual, we're going to go over the rules right now. And they are, all questions are on a 20-second timer. The chat video is on a 60-second delay, so go ahead and answer in the chat because nobody will be able to see it and you won't interfere with the game. Okay, the player selects the question, answers first. The correct answer will be given full points value. If the correct answer is not given within the time allotted, control of the board goes to the other player. 1 answer per person. In the case of multiple entries, only the first will be accepted. Phone names only, unless otherwise specified. Okay, that's an important point here, okay? Unless it's a really hard to pronounce name, then, or like a really old name, then I might give you guys a break. In addition, official canon nicknames are allowed, things like the Hound and Littlefinger, but we're not doing, Game of Thrones. We're doing random trivia, so official nicknames from real-life historical figures are okay too, if you know them. 3 steals per player. The player must say steal within 3 seconds, followed by a response to successfully steal. An incorrect steal attempt will result in a penalty of the question value. The Golden Snitch winner is determined by the first person to say the correct answer, and the point value will be determined randomly by spin. Last week, the wheel came out to be a draw, so that's why the same 2 players are here tonight. So, any questions, guys, before we start?
No.
Okay, you guys are ready to go here. So, here are the categories for tonight. And they are sports, science and nature, geography, arts and literature, history, and entertainment. The same as last week. And these are the same categories as in the official Trivial Pursuit Classic game. Now, since you guys are coming back and I'm treating you both as brand new contestants, I'm going to need to ask you guys a trivia question, decide who gets to pick the first question. All right? So here's the first, and the first person to yell it out gets to pick. You can either pick a question or defer to the other person. I don't really care about that part. And the question is, name one of the top 3 finishers in Tuesday night's New Hampshire Democratic Party primary.
Bernie Sanders.
You got it, Mary. That is correct. Bernie Sanders is one of them. The other 2 answers were going to be Pete Buttigieg or Amy Klobuchar. So that is it. So, Mary, your option, what do you want to do?
Let's start. Sprouts for 6.
Sprouts for 6. All right. So no deferral here, okay? So this isn't like pro football. You don't defer to coin toss at the beginning, right? You want the ball. All right. So sprouts for 6, and the question is, in what sport do you see method errors, squirrels, and cripplers?
I'm gonna say cricket.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, no steals. The correct answer is what I do every winter: snowboarding. These are snowboarding tricks. All right. Yeah, method errors, squirrels, and cripplers. Okay, but I don't do those tricks. I can't. So anyway, we're gonna go to the next.
X Games.
Yeah. All these are half pipe tricks. Oh, a method error can be done actually, off of any feature. So
Do you do flip smell?
no. Are you kidding? Anyway,
We'll take those to look cool with the board.
So, Wench is your pick.
All right. Let's do entertainment for 4.
Entertainment for 4, and the question is, in the Harry Potter universe, what is the main ball in the sport of Quidditch called?
The main ball? Oh.
Is the arrow?
Yes. No, I'm like trying to remember. No, it's not the seeker. I forgot. I totally forgot.
All
The
right.
seeker is the
Boo.
player.
Okay. Oh, time's up. No
Yeah.
steal.
Deal.
What?
Quaffle.
Yeah, that's the quaffle. Good job, Mary. You
I
got 4
totally
points for
forgot.
that. As the quaffle. Yep.
That is Oliver Wood.
Yes, that's
There you
Oliver
go.
Wood. And that's 1 steal for Mary and Dornish Wench. You have 3 steals left. Mary, you have 2 steals left, and we're gonna go ahead and go pick a question, Mary.
All right, science for 6.
Science for 6. All right.
All right.
You sure you want to start with a 6-pointer here? Okay. So anyway,
Oh, geez.
and the question is, what planet has the largest volcano in our solar system?
The largest volcano active?
Largest volcano in our solar system.
I'm gonna go with Mars.
And you are correct. That's 6 points. That is the
Okay.
That's the Olympus Mon. Yep.
Mhm.
And 6 points goes to Mary. And 10 to nothing. And Mary's your pick.
All right, geography for 6.
Geography for 6. And the question is, Daily Double. At which location is Wuhan located? And something went wrong here, so I'm gonna have to fix this right away. So
China?
no.
I don't know
Okay.
what you mean by the question, but
Okay. Can you? Here.
You're talking about the province? Or?
I'm gonna go fix it right now, real quick. Okay.
all right. Oh, we can't
Oh,
look at it.
sorry.
We can see your screen.
I know. You can see our screen. I know that. So I'm gonna do this. Oh, this is bad. This is a bad thing right now. So.
Why don't we just skip the question?
All right. Okay, and put it back in here.
Boy. Thank God my vision is poor.
Okay, at what location is Wuhan located, Mary?
Oh, Okay, so you need me to give you a guess of a letter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I don't think it's on the coast, so I'm gonna go with G.
That is incorrect. Steel? No,
Okay,
steel.
Steel,
Yes.
I'm gonna go with D.
That is correct, Wench.
D. Okay,
D is the
everyone got
location.
I've been
Yes.
tracking it.
Wuhan is the epicenter of the coronavirus, as everybody
Yeah.
knows right now. So, good job, and hopefully
But I
that
got it right
is.
first. It was
No,
China.
wait. That's a daily double, so that's worth 12 points.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes. So we're gonna go with uh, Dornish Wench. It's your pick.
All right, cool. Let's go with geography for 4.
Geography for 4. And the question is, name the largest bay in the world by surface area.
Ooh, Jesus, this is in the Indian Ocean. Oh my God. I never know the geography questions I pick. I have no idea what that bay is.
And you ran out of time. Mary?
I'm not gonna steal, but I have a guess.
Yes.
Bengal.
Yep, that is right. That is the Bay of Bengal, and that you could have had 4 points there. So anyway.
Aw, the
And
tigers, the Bengal tigers.
yeah, that's the Bay of Bengal. The bonus question for 2 points, guys. First was yelled out here. What is the largest bay by shoreline distance?
Ooh. Um.
San Francisco Bay?
Time, time's up. The correct answer is the Hudson. Hudson Bay is the
Hudson.
largest bay by
Oh, okay.
shoreline. Total shoreline. So pretty
Interesting.
interesting, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
so and we're gonna
Alright.
go with that was Dornish Wench's turn, so now it's Mary's turn.
All right, arts for 6.
Rough start here.
It's the epicenter of where the coronavirus is, John.
Kind
So, what is it? Mary, what did you say?
Oh, arts for 6.
Arts for 6. All right. And for 6 points in arts and literature, the question is, name this ballroom dance.
Cha-cha?
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could steal.
Steal,
But
yes,
I'ma be
you can
mad.
steal. Are you
I'ma
gonna
be
steal?
mad okay, salsa?
Okay, that is
Yeah, I
incorrect.
said okay.
It's not salsa. So
Was it merengue?
no, it's mambo. Salsa's not a ballroom
Mambo?
dance. That's the
That
mambo.
looks like my cousins at a baby shower. Come on now. Come on.
That's the mambo. You see those small steps? Remember ballroom dance, right? That's the
That could be
trick.
my cousins at any given baby shower. You know?
Okay.
I'm just telling you what I know.
All right.
Mambo.
Jeez. All right. Anyway, Dornish Wench, it's your turn. That unsuccessful steal. Hey, Dornish, you have 1 more steal left, and Mary, you have 2 more
Oh
steals.
my God. Okay.
All right.
Now I really have to preserve that steal. Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb and pick history for 6.
History for 6. All right. And the question is, it's a loser turn. It's Mary's turn. In Victorian times, it was bad luck to sign a greeting card for this day.
Valentine's Day?
Lucky guess. That is correct. It is Valentine's Day because tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
All right.
I tried to keep up with current events, make everything
Wonder.
related here. So yes, that is Valentine's Day. Yep, it was bad luck back then, evidently.
Oh wow. Weird.
And Mary, your
All
turn.
right. Entertainment for 6.
And entertainment for 6. And the question is,
Puppy saying hi.
what is not a Kirk Douglas movie? And here are their choices.
D.
That is incorrect.
Oh, I know what it is. Okay.
I
Okay,
can't
no,
guess.
you
I
can't
just
steal
know
it.
he was
Okay.
Spartacus.
Yeah.
The correct answer is E, Vertigo. He never appeared in the Alfred Hitchcock movie.
I should have looked down further.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he passed away last weekend.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
100 years old too. So long
Oh,
life.
geez.
So we're gonna go now with Dornish Wench. Your pick.
Okay. Science and nature for 4.
Science and nature for 4, and the question is. It's worth 8 points here, Dornish. What color tongue does a chow chow have?
Purple.
That is incorrect.
Um,
I've seen them with purple tongue.
I'm gonna steal, but my answer is a little weird. It's like a blue-black, like a blue,
You guys are making this
like
tough on
really
me.
dark blue-black.
It's a blue, okay? I want it blue.
Yeah, but a really
Hey,
dark
purple
blue.
and blue
Yeah.
are in the family.
I want
got
it
this.
blue. That's the correct answer. The standard is a chow chow has a blue tongue.
All right. Well, I said blue.
Okay. All
A
right.
really
Okay.
dark blue.
8 points to Mary for that.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
And we're going to go with Mary's. It's your pick.
Oh, okay. Let's go history for 4.
History for 4. And the question is, who created this famous sculpture?
Picasso.
That is correct. 4 points for that. Good job.
How about Sprats for 4?
Sprots for 4. And the question is, Daily Doubles worth 8 points. In what Olympic Games did the events of the movie Chariots of Fire take place?
It was Paris 1924.
And good guess. That is correct. It was
Yeah.
Paris 1924. And Mary B is going out with a humongous lead here, 36 to 6.
Jesus.
And we're going to take a break here. We're midway through the game and just introduce and get to know our guests a little bit more. So starting with you, Mary B. How are you? What do you do and what are you up to these days?
What do I do? What am I up to right now? Well, what I'm up to is my dog just got his haircut, so I'm gonna share it with everybody.
Aw.
Here,
And there
there
he
you
is.
go.
He has clown ears still, but he just got his haircut. So
So handsome.
yeah,
Looks
I thought everybody wanted to say hi. This is Pepe.
nice. All right. Good. That's awesome, Mary. That's awesome. Now, and what about you?
Knocked my headset off, so I'm gonna let him down.
Our other contestant, Dornish Wench, introduce yourself to these fine people
about
out there in YouTube world.
So yeah, same thing. Like you'll catch me in your local chat, and yeah, like hopefully I can't wait for Westworld to start because I can't wait to discuss that.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I
I
mean,
just can't wait for March.
that's awesome.
That's,
Yeah, I
that's
can't
what I'm
wait
looking
either.
forward to.
Despite a season 2, I can't wait either. And every week I ask you guys a question, and this question for both of you all is: would you rather be fluent in all languages or be a master of every musical instrument?
I'd rather be fluent in all languages.
I'm gonna go with the musical instrument.
Yep, and Dornish Wench got the correct answer because that's what I would be too. So anyway, you get 0 points for that. So yes, communication via language is really, really important.
I want to know
Yeah,
what
but I love
everything
music
is at
so
all
much.
times.
Yeah. Communicate
All
through music.
conversations. All conversations go through me. That's what I want to know.
All right, and with that, I think Mary got the last question right with that chow chow thing, so she gets to pick the questioner.
Okay, let's go sports for 2.
Sports for 2. All right. The 4 major tournaments in tennis are the Australian Open, French Open, U.S. Open, and
Wimbledon.
that is correct. 2 points goes to Mary B for that. And next question.
Let's go science for 2.
Science for 2, and it is molten rock expelled to the Earth's surface is called?
It is called lava.
That is correct. You're right. It's called lava. Okay. And molten rock that's still underneath the Earth's surface is called magma. Okay. All right. 2 points goes to Mary for that, and it's your
All
turn.
right, let's go geography.
4,
2.
2. A lot of points still available, right? She's trying to clean up all the easy questions. So for 2 points for geography, name the state in red.
New Hampshire.
That is correct. That's New Hampshire. And 2 points goes to Mary for that. And
All right, history for 2.
history for 2. And the question is, who was the head of the USSR from 1917 to 1924?
Lenin?
That is correct. Vladimir Lenin. Okay. Hey, I'm going to ask you guys to answer phone names if at all possible. Okay. So anyway,
Vladimir Lenin.
it's Vladimir Lenin and Mary.
Entertainment too?
Entertainment for 2. And it's name this 90s vocal group.
Oh gosh. Is it the 90s? Is that New Kids on the Block?
No, that's not New Kids on the Block.
Still, it's in sync.
It's NSYNC. Oh, yeah, you stole for 2 points. All right. And yet no more steals. Dornish Wench, but
That was worth it. That was worth it for me.
It was worth it. Don't you see JT? He's like, the second from the right.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I don't feel bad I lost that question.
Yeah. I'm proud. I'm proud of that. Okay. Entertainment for 8, I guess.
Entertainment for 8. And the
Yeah.
question for Dornish Wench is, it's a loser turn. It's Mary's turn. Brad Pitt was nominated for a Best Actor Oscar in this 2009 movie.
2009.
I know it. I think.
2009. I'm just, gosh, what is it? 12 Monkeys? I
It's
think that was
gone.
her.
And
Yeah.
sorry, Dornish, you have no more steals left. Did you
I
need?
know.
But tell me
was
what do you think it was?
Inglorious Bastard.
No, it was The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, it was Benjamin Button. Yep. And
Should have been Inglorious Bastard.
yeah, he finally won an Oscar last weekend, though. So good for
Yeah.
him. Good for Brad. And we're gonna go with.
Good for you,
Okay,
Brad.
it's still your turn, Dornish, because you lost your turn, so it was Mary's actual turn, so it's back to you again. You
Well,
get to
I
pick
will
again.
finish off entertainment for 10.
All right, for 10 points.
Might as
And
well.
the question is, name this classic anime series. My favorite when I was growing up. Dun, 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 dun.
Is it Voltron?
That is incorrect. Close.
I'm not going to steal.
Star Blazers. Space Cruiser Yamato.
Okay.
Star Blazers.
My first anime was Sailor Moon.
And that's Wild Star Nova in the center.
I didn't even start off with like something cool like Cowboy Bebop. I started with Sailor Moon. It's pretty bad.
And we're gonna go with Mary's our pick now.
History 8.
History for 8. Everybody's avoiding history for 4, so we're gonna go with 8. And the question is, what was not invented in the 20th century?
In the 20th century, so the 1900s.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with C and D.
That is incorrect. No more steals left. The correct answer is, believe it or not, is E, aspirin. Everything else was invented in the 20th century.
Okay.
Aspirin was 1897. So, yep.
Oh.
And
Cool.
we're gonna go. Yeah, penicillin is a pretty recent,
Yeah, yeah.
a pretty recent discovery, and that saved a whole hell of a lot of people. That's why our population's blown up in the past 100 years in the Earth. We're gonna go with that's one of the main reasons why. And Dornish Wench is your pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the 4 for history.
Four for
Get it
history.
out of here.
And the question is for 4 points, Dornish. Name the pandemic that almost killed 1% of the world's population in 1918.
Was it yellow fever?
That is incorrect.
Correct.
I'm not stealing.
Okay. The correct answer is the Spanish flu.
Spanish flu.
Yeah, Spanish flu. Yeah.
As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, no.
Yeah, that was a pretty dastardly pandemic.
Yeah.
Especially when there were also hardly any commercial air travel as well back then. So think about what would happen today. Anyway, let's go to Mary. It's Mary's turn.
Do we have an arts for 2?
No, we haven't done arts for 2 yet.
Okay, good.
Okay, arts for 2. And the question is, lose your turn. It's Dornish Wench's turn. Name the painter.
Leonardo da Vinci.
You got it. And 2 points goes to Dornish for that.
Wow, 8 whole points.
2 points. And we're going to go with Dornish is still your pick. Hey, there's a bunch of points left on the board, guys, by the way. It's just like last week. You're saving all the high point questions for last.
Geography for 8.
Geography for 8. And the question is for 8 points. What desert has this famous eye? Isn't that beautiful?
That's pretty cool. The Sahara?
And you are correct. It is the Sahara. Yeah, the Sahara Desert has that cool looking eye. And 8 points goes to Dornish for that. Good job.
Middle Earth.
And pick again.
Okay. Arts and literature for 8.
Arts and literature for 8. And the question is, which Charles Dickens novel has sold the most copies in all time?
I'm gonna guess A Christmas Carol.
That is incorrect.
I'm not gonna steal, but I would say Oliver Twist.
No, none of them. It was Tale of Two Cities.
Ah, yeah.
It was Tale of Two Cities.
I like Great
Glad I didn't
Expectations.
steal.
I like Great Expectations, but I didn't think.
Yeah,
that
I mean,
was one.
I've read all of them except for Oliver Twist and David Copperfield. I've read B, C, and Tales. So.
Okay.
And Tale. And that was
Science
Mary. Yep. What?
Science for 8.
Science for 8. And the question is for Mary. Pinus longeva is a scientific name for the longest lived trees in the world. What are their common name? Where is their
Baobab.
The what?
The Baobab.
That is incorrect.
No.
And you can't steal. The correct answer here is actually seeing this tree. It's called Methuselah in the White Mountains of California. It's a bristlecone pine.
Okay. I thought they were the upside down trees in Africa.
No.
I think they're the Baobabs.
No. This dude here, Methuselah, is like 4,800 years old.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, bristlecone pines.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we're gonna go with Dornish.
Geography for 10.
Geography for 10. And the question is, for 10 points, what is the most densely populated capital city in the world? And I give you a hint with the flag.
Is it Hong Kong?
That is incorrect. No steals. All right.
Don't know my
The
flag.
correct answer here is Manila, capital of the Philippines. It has like it's like 40,000 people per square kilometer. It's insanity. It's something like that. It's nuts.
Jeez.
And yeah, it's pretty dense and pretty dirty. And we're gonna go with
Mm.
Mary B. Your
All
pick
right. Sports for 8.
for 8. Sports for 8. And the question is, lose your turn. It's Dornish Wench's turn. What two
Oh, snap.
international football teams play in El Clasico games?
Oh, it's gotta be Latin American countries. I'm gonna guess Brazil and Argentina. I
That
don't
is
know.
incorrect. Okay, obviously no steals there. The correct answer is Barcelona and Real Madrid in Spain.
Okay.
Yeah. Their games are known as El Clasico. Big time rivalry.
Okay.
and it is Dornish.
Shame on you.
No, it's Mary. Still your turn. Mary, still your turn.
I
Because
think I. Oh, yeah. I lost my turn last
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'll do sports for 10.
Sports for 10. What sport was George Washington known to play with his troops?
I will say rugby.
That is incorrect. The correct answer here is an answer you gave before. It was cricket. It's cricket. Play
Well,
cricket with them, yeah. Anyway, and it is Dornish Wench's turn.
Okay, history for 10.
History for 10. And the question is, what city is considered the ancient capital of the Kingdom of Wessex?
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Birmingham.
That is incorrect. Okay, no steals.
Not gonna steal, but I'll say I don't know.
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. You guys ever watch The Last Kingdom on Netflix?
No.
It's Winchester. It's
Oh.
Winchester. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought somebody would have. I thought one of you guys may have seen that, and then it could
I
have been a
don't
good
have
hint.
Netflix.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yep. It is Mary turn now.
All right. Science for 10.
Science for 10. And the question is, what is an example of an irrational number? Dun, 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 dun.
Why?
I will say F. All of them are.
That is incorrect. You want to take a guess, Dornish, just for the hell of it?
I'll say A.
No, that is incorrect. You're close. It's really A and C. Irrational numbers are numbers that cannot be expressed in terms of A over B. So so square root of 2, you can't. There's nothing you can square to get
Yeah,
2.
right. That's
Yeah,
why,
so
I know A
it
is
goes on and on and on. And
irrational.
pi is also like an infinite rational number. Yeah. But 7 8 is A over B. 8.125 is 8 and 1/8. So that is a rational number. So yeah, so irrational ones are A and C. So anyway.
Darn
There you
that.
go, your lesson in numbers. All right, and we're gonna go with Dornish Wench. This is for you for 10 big points.
Oh, yeah.
And the question is, ancient wind instrument that was actually featured in a Legend of Zelda video game.
I don't know. Is that a pan flute? I don't know.
That is incorrect.
I don't know. Terrence is gonna kill me.
Yeah.
He loves Legend
Okay,
of Zelda.
the answer is an ocarina. Winds of Ocarina was a Legend of Zelda game. So.
I totally never paid attention to him when he was playing Zelda.
Okay, so.
Too
Oh
funny.
my god.
All right. And that is it, guys. Got one more question left, okay? And the score is 44-18. Mary B's
Yay.
ahead, so you're up by 26 points here. So,
Who's up?
what?
Who's up?
You're up, Mary, by 26 points. You're
Okay.
44-18.
Mary, how could you not know?
I don't know.
All right. Yep. And And
I don't see the score.
okay, yep. And here's the topic for the final stitch question. You know how it goes, right? The first person to
Oh,
yell the
Lord.
answer gets to spin the wheel. You still got a chance, Dornish. I'm telling you, you still got a chance here. So anyway, and the topic is going to be foreign cuisine.
Ah,
Okay, because I had some really good foreign cuisine today. So.
I like food.
Oh,
All right.
gosh. Why? Okay.
And oh wow, Felicia got it with Ocarina. Great job, Felicia. So anyway, I'm just looking at the chat, 60 seconds ahead of you. So we're gonna go with this question. First person to yell it out, okay?
Okay.
What traditional Mexican dish is made out of masa dough and filling steamed in a corn husk?
Tamales.
You got it, Dornish Wench. It is a tamale. That is
Good.
right. I had some great tamales today. So you gotta put
Oh
it
my
in
god,
there.
so good.
But the right answer is really Pete Buttigieg. Anyways, not. It is a tamale. So anyway.
Mayor tamale.
Yeah. Oh, they're
Very
great.
cool.
I had a beef one. It has
Oh
shredded
my
beef in
gosh,
there,
that
and then I
sounds
had
so
one
good.
with
I love
chicken.
the pork ones. They're
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, but it was I had
Hungry.
they were like filled with shredded beef and shredded chicken with like green chili in it. It was awesome, man.
Oh
It was
my
fucking
gosh.
anyway.
Oh, so good.
All right. And
All right, Wheel, be kind.
okay, so you know how it goes, Dornish.
Yes.
Tell me when to stop, and I would let it
Okay.
spin for a little bit, just to kind of warm it up. All right, so you're
That's what
down
you
by
said last week.
you're down by 26 points here. So we're gonna go with a spin and tell me when to stop.
Now.
And you get 40 points. You
Oh,
won, Dornish. You won with 40 point spin. So you beat Mary 58 to 44.
What
And
in
you
the
get to come
world?
on
you get to
next
come
week.
back.
Yes, this game, this happens. The wheel happens. And
Nice job. Nice
Jeez.
job.
this is
Oh my
almost as bad
god.
as Johnny beating Felicia with a 50-pointer, but it wasn't
Oh my
that
god.
bad.
So yeah, like Mary actually won last week if it wasn't for the wheel. This week she wins again.
So,
I win. I don't have to come back.
so Mary, I think this run of bad luck is still going to be with you. So don't do anything. Don't walk underneath any ladders or buy any lottery tickets or anything like
No.
that.
No, it was a lot of fun. It was a
But
lot of
Oh my god.
but Dornish Wench, second week in a row. You should be buying
Nice.
lottery tickets or investing in stocks right now. Seriously.
Seriously, what
And
is going on?
anyway, it was great to have you guys on. Mary, you've been a great player.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
bad that the wheels has done this to you 2 weeks in a row, but you were great. Showed great sportsmanship, and I was glad you were on. Great, thanks a
Oh,
lot.
that was a lot of fun. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow night. We're going to be on tomorrow night
Yep, and tell everybody what channel.
on the Citadel of Trivia.
Yep, Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Dornish Wench, well, the good news is you won, but the bad news is that you have to show up next week. And if you win next week, guess what? You get to play against me as a 3-time winner. Because last week counts as a win. So. And so how do you feel about that? About coming on? You think you can make it for? You think you can do a 3-game streak like John H?
Well, A, I feel like a fraud. B, I mean, I feel lucky too, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. I'm happy.
Okay, so well, I'm sure I can do better than John H. So, anyways,
Oh
with
my
that, hey, just kidding, John H. in the chat. I'm just kidding, man. So anyway, great game, guys.
That was an ominous picture you put up.
Really exciting game. Again, just like last week. And everybody in the chat, thank you all so much for joining and participating in this game. We will see you hopefully next week.
Yeah.
No, for Dornish Wench against a new contestant. So with that, any last words, guys, before I turn off the stream here?
Congratulations.
I feel lucky for now. I don't know what else to say. That wheel is Trixie's.
Yeah.
And with that, everyone, we'll see you all next week on TNT Thursday Night Trivia. See you all later.
I'm not going to stop the wheel. I'm going to break the wheel.
Ultra Ninja JK, dupla jinxa, bota chakra em cada linha de faca. Face, macramé no micado, base, espadas por frases. Sintático, repara no que digo, é paradigmático, não tenho paralelo, sou para lado mágico. Sabes como rolo, martelo pneumático, técnica secreta do monstro roxo. Estamos a meter-nos no dojo, estamos a manter como no jogo, só com uma espada nos tojos. Plano picado, não sabes de onde esta ave vem. Nenhum radar pode detectar onde está a nave, mãe, tu sabes bem. Somos a clique, somos o clã. É Monster Jinx cabrão, respeito ao vais comer tartan. Na terra do nunca não digo banzai. Vivo na espelunca e tenho um bonsai. Ninja que é ninja, ninja, frotas imperiais. E bate mal, logo bate mais. A minha crew não sem espelhos. Na rua, dragão azul, dragão vermelho. Sento o silêncio. Verso shinobi, nunca me canso. Sou de Nairobi, ágil como um ninja. Rápido como um ninja, letal como um ninja. Brutal como um ninja, fatal como um ninja. Forte como um ninja, secreto como um ninja. Deve mesmo ser um ninja.
Esta é para os meus ninjas, só para os meus ninjas. Onde é que estão os meus ninjas? Ninjas, 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 ninjas. Esta é para os meus ninjas, só para os meus ninjas. Onde é que estão os meus?